And I know the RCMP and major crimes are working around the clock trying to piece everything together, and I'm grateful for that. But it always leaves the question, 6 weeks has gone by, and we know at this point they're not in the woods. And where are they?
So you can see, once again, we get one of those backhanded compliments from him relating to the RCMP. And this has been something he's been doing from really early days. On one hand, he offers a compliment and then turns around and whacks them on the head. So, they're working around the clock trying to piece everything together, and I'm grateful. But it always leaves the question. He's inferring here that they should have had this solved by now after 6 weeks. This, of course, is an attempted deflection. Don't look at me, look at RCMP. I'm saying here that I'm so unhappy with the RCMP because they haven't solved the case. He's trying to give the impression he wants the case solved. Because, of course, if you want the case solved, you must be innocent. But the inflections here in his language are all wrong. 6 weeks later, or 6 weeks has gone by, and we know at this point they're not in the woods, and where are they? The where are they isn't raised as a question. It's just very flat, it's just a line. If you hadn't have heard the word where, then it wouldn't sound like a question at all. This is a statement that he's worked out in his head beforehand, but he's failed on the delivery because he hasn't delivered it like natural speech. He probably thought it sounded good in his head, but the where are they doesn't sound like a question at all. And the fact that it doesn't come across as a question shows us that there's no curiosity here. He's not concerned about finding out where they are. And in my opinion, that's because he knows exactly where they are. But this is also the point where he starts pushing the narrative of, we know they're not in the woods. But the thing is, when it comes to missing children, and you don't have any obvious clues, then you can't rule out 100% that they're not in the woods. Unless, apparently, if you are Daniel Martel. Because amongst his many super skills, he apparently can scan the entirety of the woods and be certain that Lily and Jack aren't in the woods. Or perhaps more likely, the reason he's so certain they're not in the woods, like I said, is because he knows where they are.